next big focus this evening, something that directly impacts 1 billion users of WhatsApp around the world. Assuming you use the latest version of the popular communication app, your transmissions to a fellow WhatsApp user will now be completely encrypted. They cannot be hacked into, at least not yet.
Good news for users who care about security and privacy. The world's most popular instant messaging app is now fully encrypted on all platforms: Android, iPhone, BlackBerry and others. It simply means when you send a message now, the only person who can read it is the person or group you sent it to. In a blog post, WhatsApp co-founders wrote, "No one can see the message, not cyber criminals, not hackers, not oppressive regimes, not even us." This encryption makes WhatsApp virtually the most secure app available, making it almost impossible for governments or agencies to intercept messages and voice calls, even with a warrant.
All right, what does this mean at a time when online radicalization is such a concern? Security concerns exist. Online security is so important. Pranesh Prakash, Policy Director for the Center for Internet and Society from Bengaluru, joins us. Thanks very much, Pranesh, for being with us. And our technology editor, Rajiv Makni, in our studio. Rajiv, how does this all work? Encryption on WhatsApp.
Well, the text-to-text messages have always been encrypted for a very long time. People didn't really know about it. Now every single thing, especially sensitive stuff like images and most importantly even voice calls, that's the big difference maker. And the war now, what is called the bloody war between privacy and security, has become that much more now. We know the FBI versus Apple thing. Now you'll hear multiple organizations and governments versus WhatsApp coming in, because now even if a government organization or the FBI or the CBI, if they go down to WhatsApp and says, "Can you tell us what is happening between these 2 or 3 people or a group?" WhatsApp can flatly now say, "Sorry, we can't do a thing. It's between the 2 devices."
Why can't they do something about it if they are asked to produce a magic key?
Well, so what happens? Well, legally, unless they have something they're not talking about it, the WhatsApp white paper today very clearly says that they actually can do nothing about it, because when you send a message to me, I'm just taking an example. Your encryption is part of the message to me and I have the code. There's nothing that WhatsApp on their server has. So legally they can say we can do nothing about it. And you're going to hear a lot more about this now.
Pranesh Prakash, are you in favor of this total encryption at a time when, just look at India and ISIS and online radicalization and terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir using voice over internet protocol? They are tech savvy. They do use WhatsApp. So is this necessarily a good thing for us, given our security reality in our country?
Absolutely. This is a fantastic thing for India, for Indians, for people who expect that when they're communicating with someone else, that no one else is actually snooping in on them.
Yep.
That is the normal expectation people have. And
but it's not an ideal sort of scenario that we live in, Pranesh. Our security forces need to know who's on WhatsApp sending messages, right? It's a security issue. It's our lives.
No, our security forces do not. No, our security forces don't need to know this, because they've not always known this. We've still had security. We've still managed security when people weren't using WhatsApp and leaving all kinds of digital breadcrumbs all over the place. So there's a recent report by the Howard Berkman Center for Internet and Society that points out that now more than ever before in history, people are leaving more traces of themselves online. So security forces actually have more information available now than they have ever had before. So the argument that this suddenly will create some kind of black hole of data is not true. If the security forces want, they can still go to individual people with warrants and have them unlock their phones.
Pranesh, I think what you're saying is absolutely right, except for one thing. When somebody wants to use something for a particular nefarious activity and they know now that the encryption is complete, that's when they start using it more. So whatever digital breadcrumbs we are leaving, that is either because we don't know what we're doing or because we're using social networks the wrong way. This can be used in such a way. Now I know everything's encrypted. I will now go on to WhatsApp. I'll plan an illegal activity. It's when something dramatically bad happens At that point, when you need that phone to be actually taken apart, when that could be the greatest clue to solve something or maybe save hundreds of lives, I don't know whether that argument really holds at that point.
I can't quite agree because WhatsApp isn't the only messaging platform around. If
it is the biggest, Pranesh, so now more people can do this.
Security,
1 billion.
have a heightened need for privacy. No, absolutely. So I'm saying, let's assume that terrorists aren't stupid, that they know that they're about to be, suspects, that they have a heightened need for security, and they want to hide from, intelligence agencies, etc. Now, they have plenty of tools. There's various forms of end-to-end encryption
Pranesh,
available.
there's a safety in numbers.
Which is exactly the same.
There have been quite a few reports where
Absolutely.
the safety in numbers part
Now,
comes in, where I'd rather use a billion
email
people
is much
platform.
larger.
Okay, gentlemen, we are
So
running out of
email is a
time.
much larger
Pranesh,
platform
one
than
quick,
WhatsApp.
one quick 20-second answer. In the case of FBI versus Apple, in this, the attacks in the US, San Bernardino attacks, they apparently went to an Israeli company who said, hang on, I'll crack that iPhone for you. Are we sure that fixes aren't already available from dedicated companies looking to do this sort of thing?
So that kind of a thing could be done on any phone. Any Android phone, for instance, would be even easier to get into than that particular iPhone. So if you have messages stored on your phone, then the police can get into it probably.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just complete that, Vishnu. The backup file to all your messages right now is the gray area.
Yeah.
That is not encrypted right now. So
not encrypted.
That's a
so
huge entry point.
A huge data set available over there. Gentlemen, we are out of time. I'd like to thank you one way or the other. If you are in favor of absolutely confidential communication on WhatsApp, well, you are perhaps almost there.